Hello book nerds, welcome to Bookshelf Bunny. I'm Kim and today I'll be talking about my March TBR. Alright guys, so for March I don't really have a particular theme that I'm going with. I just sort of picked a bunch of books that I want to read, have been meaning to read, or just feel like I should probably finish. To start with, I want to talk about my Book Riot's Reading Log Challenge for this month. So as you know, I've been going through the Read Harder Reading Log by Book Riot. And each month I'm doing a different one of their 12 reading challenges that you can find within the log. So for March, I'm going to be doing this one. So to read that, in case you can't see it, it's read a book about a current social or political issue. And I thought that what would be more fitting than reading something about COVID-19? Because honestly, I mean, aside from all of the President Trump bullcrap that's just come to an end, it's the thing that we are all dealing with right now. And that's kind of a big issue. It's a social issue. It's a political issue. It sort of, I feel like it fits this category like a glove. So for that, I have chosen Alone Together. It's edited by Jennifer Haupt. This is a book that's going to touch on COVID-19 and how it's impacted each and every one of us. It has essays and stories and poems, and it touches on grief and loneliness and isolation. I feel like that's the perfect book to satisfy this challenge. Other than that, I am also going to be reading these. Let's go through them. So if you watched my last video, my February wrap-up, then you'll know that I read Ready Player 2. And in Ready Player 2, one of the fandoms it explored was from the Silmarillion, which I haven't actually read. So I'm going to read my copy of the Silmarillion, which has lived on my shelf for a lot of years. My husband's read it. I have not. So I'm going to read that. I am also going to be reading, now this might be kind of an ambitious list of things. Again, I just kind of picked things that spoke to me that I really wanted to pick up. I'm going to read Rose Madder by Stephen King. And this is a book I borrowed from a coworker about 2 or 3 months ago. I should probably read it so I can give it back to her. Sorry, Allison. I'm also going to read The Outsiders. I'm going to be rereading this. I've read it several times. The last time was quite a few years ago. I've been inspired by Jess the Book Freak. She recently did a video about The Outsiders and it sort of inspired me to reread it too. So thank you, Jess. I'm going to be reading A Home for Susanna. This is by Carol Harrison. Now, Carol is actually someone that I know. She's a member of my church and is an avid writer just like myself, with one major difference: she is consistently publishing things and I am not. So this is her first fiction novel that she's put out there. I picked it up, I think it was October or November, I'm not sure. And I've been meaning to get to that, so what better time than right now? Again, kind of a throwback to my last video, my February TBR, I had read If It Bleeds, and one of the novellas in If It Bleeds was the title story, and it was actually kind of a spin-off, maybe a sequel to The Outsider by Stephen King, which I haven't read. So I'm gonna try to read this in March also. Next is Phantom of the Opera. This is one my husband got me for my birthday last October, and I've been dying to read this for a long, long time, so I'm putting it on the list. Lastly, if you follow me on Goodreads, you've probably seen this here for like a year or two. I started this probably a year ago, and I got distracted by life and all the other books, and I never finished it. So I'm gonna start it again, and I'm gonna finish How to Be a Boss by Lily Singh. I love Lily's YouTube channel, she's so great, and I wanna read her book, so I'm gonna do that. And yeah, that's it for my March TBR. Wish me luck. It's kind of ambitious. What is that? How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, 8. Maybe it's not as ambitious as I thought. I need to read 8 books in March to stay on top of my end goal of 100 by the end of the year. So maybe I'm overthinking it and I can do this. That's my plan. I'd love to hear what you guys are up to this month. Leave me some comments. Have you read any of these books that I'm about to embark on, or any of these rereads, first time reads? Do you have a favorite? Do you have any suggestions as to what I should read first? I'd love to hear from you in the comments. All right, book nerds, that's it for me. And as always, happy reading.